I got, wasn't litigation. I mean, I was managing lawyers all of a sudden. I was managing litigation. I was learning to do, for me, you can imagine starting off with a litigation career. Large contracts weren't something that I thought I liked or knew how to do. It was like a crash course in drafting complex documents. All those things, learning how to talk to people, going into plants, learning how that the blue-collar workers are exactly the same as you, have the same fears and same ambitions, and just learning about people. I had opportunities to manage people. We had, excuse me, I'm probably too far away from my water. I haven't been in court enough lately. So it was a terrific opportunity, and I thought I had the perfect career in the opportunities that were provided to me, took advantage of it. Speaking of opportunities, one of the opportunities that I saw was to be on the senior leadership team there, and elbowed my way onto that, convincing them that they needed in-house counsel to actually know about what was going on before they made the decisions rather than after the fact and implementing them. And that was a great opportunity. And then I realized that going to an executive business school was what you needed to do if you ever wanted to advance. And they never ask you at the perfect time. Of course, I had 2 small kids at the time, and I had to think long and hard about going to, it was in Ontario, and leading them. And then I realized, 6 weeks of their life, they're not going to, it's not going to ruin them. I went, had a terrific, it was a great opportunity, but I also broke the rules in the business school because I left halfway through to take a 4-day weekend with my kids in the middle of it. And they'd never had that before, and one of the things that a lot of their catchment basing was Eastern Canada anyway. People were a bit closer to their homes. And I said to them, you get a lot more women in your classes if you offered an alternative of having 2 weeks, breaking it up halfway through and having a period of time in the middle. I just went because I needed to do that. But the next year they had 2 programs. One was the solid one and the other one was the broken up one, so that they could attract more women. But at some point, I got to the point where I wanted to, I said I wanted to run the company, but I wanted to run parts of the company, and I realized that that wasn't going to happen for me. And I was contemplating, and I became unhappy. I was realizing that challenge is what motivated me. I wasn't getting that anymore. I had to face my alternatives, which were leave, go back to Vancouver. And at that time I had small kids. I was newly divorced. It was, ripping the kids away from the dad, who's great, have a great dad, wasn't something I thought was in their best interest. And so I went to private practice in a small town. Not exactly my career plan, but I made the choice at that time. Choosing for my sons was what was important. Along the way, because of some volunteer activities that I've been engaged in, I was asked to join the UBC Board of Governors, and that led to the British Columbia Transmission Corporation Board that I'm still on, at least for 2 months, until it gets wrapped up into BC Hydro again. And that provided me with opportunities. Again, it wasn't necessarily you're doing this as a career move, but it was an opportunity that came my way. I was able to learn from amazing leaders, because other people on those boards were leaders in their own right. Taught me a lot about leadership, taught me a lot about various things that I wouldn't have otherwise had an ability to, particularly given I had returned to a small town practice for a while in the Kootenays, as my sons were growing up. Thanks. So, long story. long story short. At the point where I figured I couldn't wreck my sons by moving, I came back down here. Headhunter said, you never get a job in a law firm as partner that I wanted downtown Vancouver, a large law firm, because you don't have a practice to bring, and you know, you're 20-something year call. And I said, all right, well, thank you very much. I went to those law firms anyway, applied, and I had these terrific connections. All these leaders in business where I've spent years on boards volunteering with, all spoke up for me. I had tons of offers from firms. So, you know, it's the idea of taking advantage of opportunities that come along your way, and guess what? They might lead you and help you get where you wanted to be, which is what I wanted to do, which was to be a partner in Vancouver law firm. I now work like crazy. My kids are grown up, and they turned out well. I've remarried, and my focus now is on building a career and building up that practice. And so the work-life balance thing's again kind of skewed, but it's as I say, I loved every minute of it, and so it's a. You'll have different stages in your life where you'll be facing decisions, and all I can say is, you know what your true north is, find out what really motivates you, what's going to make you happy, and have confidence that there's, by being open to opportunities and understanding yourself and trusting your own gut reactions to things, that there's a path for you there that will lead you. If you're not already happy, I mean, for me, that was the key. So, thanks.